Become a member and watch the next episode before it drops. Thank you. Do you know what happened during the first meeting between Xiao Yan and Lin Dong? Xiao Yan actually thought Lin Dong was a reasonable person, and even tried to reason with him. Continuing from before, from the distorted space over a dozen figures slowly emerged. At the front stood 5 individuals. One of them, dressed in white, possessed the strongest aura. He had already reached the peak of the upper heavenly sovereign, even surpassing ancestor Xiao and Dan Yu, the clan leader of the Dan God clan. Based on the intelligence he had gathered earlier, Xiao Yan determined that this man must be the former alliance leader Nan Tianzi. Beside him stood a woman in a floral dress, the second alliance leader of the Great Qian Alliance. Aside from them, there were 3 individuals that drew Xiao Yan's particular attention. One of them was tall and sturdy, like an iron tower with a fierce aura surrounding him. He was clearly the second in command of the martial realm, and also the brother of the martial ancestor Lin Dong, the Flame King Lin Yan. Another one had a handsome yet sinister appearance, with a carefree and unruly demeanor. He was also Lin Dong's sworn brother, the Sable King Lin Diao. The last one was a seemingly unremarkable man in black. However, his deep eyes, seemingly capable of seeing through reincarnation, along with that familiar aura, allowed Xiao Yan to instantly recognize him. Martial ancestor Lin Dong. Xiao Yan looked at the group and smiled as he spoke first. Arriving in your territory and receiving such a grand welcome. I'm truly flattered. Opposite him, Lin Dong stared at Xiao Yan. For some reason, he felt as though he had seen this man somewhere before. He then calmly said, "You must be Flame Emperor Xiao Yan from the Endless Fire Domain." "Correct. I've heard a little about your experiences in the Great Thousand World Champion of the Myriad Pill Assembly. Plane Master of one of the 10 super lower planes defeated the Flame Spirit Clan ancestor. These achievements are worthy of a true overlord." Xiao Yan smiled slightly. It seemed that in just a few minutes after arriving in this drifting domain, the martial realm had already thoroughly investigated him. That was good. It saved him the trouble of introducing himself. "I am indeed Xiao Yan. I've also heard of the martial ancestors' deeds. I admire you greatly." He cupped his fists toward Lin Dong. "We both come from lower planes. There's no need to speak further about our past. Today I have come from the Endless Fire Domain to discuss an important matter with you." Lin Dong remained calm. He had already expected that Xiao Yan would not come without reason. If we are both from lower planes, then we are on the same side. If there is anything you need, Flame Emperor, just say it. As long as the martial realm can help, I will do my best. Xiao Yan nodded. Good. Then I won't beat around the bush. I came today to resolve a dispute. Some time ago, on an uninhabited island in the eastern region of the Great Thousand World, a martial realm expert discovered a high-ranking heavenly flame. To seize it, that expert clashed with an outer deacon of the Flame Spirit Clan. The deacon was defeated. To recover their dignity, the Flame Spirit Clan later sent an earthly sovereign elder, but that elder was killed 2 months later. As Xiao Yan finished speaking, murmurs instantly spread among the crowd. Clearly they were unaware of this matter. What intrigued them most was who exactly that martial realm expert was to be able to kill both a deacon and an earthly sovereign. After all, in the Great Thousand World, an earthly sovereign was already considered top tier. So it was about this matter. Lin Dong stepped forward and waved his hand. The Flame Master, who was far away at the edge of the 4 mystic continent, instantly appeared beside him. The sudden teleportation caught the Flame Master off guard. He looked around then at Xiao Yan, clearly realizing that this matter had started because of him. Lin Dong said, "This is the person involved in this incident, the Flame Master." The surrounding experts were shocked. They did not expect the martial realm expert involved to be the Flame Master. He was one of the powerful figures who had followed Lin Dong from the lower plane, and one of Lin Dong's most trusted subordinates. "Flame Master, what exactly happened? Explain it clearly. We'll back you up." Lin Yan spoke. Lin Diao frowned slightly. "Wait, something's not right. The Flame Master has only just reached 6th grade Supreme. Defeating a deacon might be possible, but killing an earthly sovereign, That's absurd. Xiao Yan frowned as well. What Lin Diao said made sense. If the Flame Master was only 6th grade supreme, it would be nearly impossible for him to kill an earthly sovereign. There were only two possibilities. Either Lin Dong was not telling the truth, or someone else from the martial realm had also participated. Just as Xiao Yan was analyzing, a calm voice sounded. I was the one who killed him. It was Lin Dong. Everyone was stunned. Even Xiao Yan was surprised. Why would the ruler of the martial realm personally act against an earthly sovereign? Martial ancestor, are you saying that Elder was killed by you? Lin Dong replied calmly. I did not kill the deacon, but that earthly sovereign was indeed personally erased by me. Xiao Yan smiled. We are both reasonable people. I am someone who values reason, so I assume you are as well. Let us lay out the facts. Everyone here can bear witness. Right and wrong will be judged fairly. Lin Dong glanced at him. Reasonable. Very well. Great desolate imprisoning heaven finger. Then he suddenly laughed. Just kidding. He patted the Flame Master's shoulder. Tell the truth. No need to worry about anyone's face. After hearing the full account, Lin Dong turned to Xiao Yan. Now you understand what happened. You wanted to reason, then tell me. Based on these facts, how do you intend to reason? Xiao Yan's lips twitched slightly. Inside, he cursed the Flame Spirit clan. Because everything was completely different from what he had expected. They had dug a massive hole for him. When Xiao Yan proposed to reconcile with Wu Jing martial realm, Lin Dong gave him no face at all and directly refused. Picking up from the previous chapter, the situation at hand made Xiao Yan feel somewhat awkward. He knew that if he continued to stand on the side of the Flame Spirit clan, then his relationship with Wu Jing might deteriorate, and at the very least he would be seen as unreasonable. But if he did not help the Flame Spirit clan recover some dignity, it would also be difficult to explain things to Tuoshe, Ancient God, and the Flame Spirit clan ancestor after returning. Xiao Yan began to feel some regret. It was clearly just a trivial matter involving a DZ Zun Earth Supreme. He should not have intervened personally from the start. If he had simply sent a few subordinates to negotiate, the matter might have already been resolved. But precisely because he wanted to witness the martial ancestor for himself, he had come personally. Xiao Yan let out a sigh. Then under everyone's gaze he spoke. Since the course and cause of this matter are already clear, I admit that most of the responsibility lies with the Flame Spirit clan. After returning, I will discuss this with the clan's upper echelon and have them formally apologize to Wu Jing. Hearing this, everyone present nodded in agreement. Originally, they thought Xiao Yan would continue defending the Flame Spirit clan. In truth, considering the foundation of the Endless Fire domain, its strength was not inferior to Wu Jing. However, if both sides were to go to war over a mere Earth Supreme, it would damage the reputation of both parties. Thus, Xiao Yan taking the initiative to admit fault won him considerable praise. Brother Yan is indeed a reasonable man, Lin Dong said. I admire Brother Yan's bearing. If there is an opportunity in the future, I will personally visit the Endless Fire domain. Perhaps we may even have chances to cooperate or even become friends. To become friends with the martial ancestor would indeed be a pleasure, Xiao Yan replied with a smile. Since the martial ancestor is willing to establish ties with my Endless Fire domain, then for this matter, perhaps you could give me some face. Allow me to act as a mediator. Before things escalate further, both sides can reconcile. Wu Jing holds the moral high ground this time, so I will have the Flame Spirit clan leader personally apologize. Wu Jing may also propose certain conditions. However, the Flame Spirit clan is an ancient great clan, and its dignity is equally important. This time they lost one external deacon and one Earth Supreme elder. As far as I know, Earth Supremes are not numerous within the Flame Spirit clan. As compensation, Wu Jing can provide the Flame Spirit clan with some supreme spiritual liquid, tens of millions, or even 100 million will suffice. It is merely a formality. Both sides expressing goodwill will be enough to settle this matter. That way, my trip to Wu Jing would not be in vain. Brother Lin, what do you think of my proposal? Xiao Yan's words once again earned the approval of many around. His sincerity was evident. It was clear that this mediator had done his utmost. Moreover, his proposal was not excessive. Given Wu Jing's current strength, it was entirely acceptable. However, just as everyone awaited Lin Dong's response, Lin Dong slowly shook his head and said, "Regarding compensation, Wu Jing cannot agree." The moment these words fell, everyone in the sea region was thrown into an uproar. Across from him, Xiao Yan's previously gentle gaze instantly turned serious. At the same time, a terrifying aura erupted from Xiao Yan's body. The temperature between heaven and earth surged abruptly, and the azure sky gradually turned crimson. Seeing this, Lin Dong waved his hand. Immediately, the crimson half of the sky turned dark and overcast. Rolling black clouds surged in like a tide from afar. As space trembled, an extremely terrifying heaven and earth battle intent swept across the world. What Lin Dong mobilized was not spiritual power, nor the power of heaven and earth, but the battle intent of the great Tao of heaven and earth, a force surpassing ordinary battle intent. When this power descended, it directly contended with the heaven and earth flame power unleashed by Xiao Yan. Within millions of miles around them, one half of the sky was crimson, the other half dark and gloomy. Without a doubt, if these two forces clashed, it would result in a catastrophe of heaven and earth. In terms of spiritual power cultivation, Xiao Yan had just advanced to Upper Tianji Zun, Upper Heavenly Sovereign, while Lin Dong was still at the Lower Tianji Zun. However, Lin Dong's greatest strength did not lie in spiritual power, but in the battle intent of heaven and earth derived from the sacred Tao. Back when he had just advanced to Lower Tianji Zun, he had relied on this very power to single-handedly confront the entire Ice Spirit clan. Thus, between the Flame Emperor and the Martial Ancestor, it was still difficult to determine who was stronger. At this moment, beside Lin Dong, Little Flame and Little Martin became alert. Just as they were about to mobilize their power, the two opposing terrifying auras suddenly dissipated at the same time. The crimson and dark skies instantly returned to their clear blue state. "Big brother," Little Flame was about to speak, but Lin Dong raised his hand to stop him. Everyone turned their gaze toward Xiao Yan. Sigh. Xiao Yan withdrew his aura and let out a helpless sigh. He waved his hand, tearing open a spatial passage dozens of meters wide. Just as he was about to step in, he paused and looked at Lin Dong. "Brother Lin, if I remember correctly, we have met once before. Within the torrent of the lower plains, correct?" Lin Dong nodded. Xiao Yan smiled faintly. "It seems we are indeed fated. I am pleased to have met you. I hope we will meet again in the future." With that, Xiao Yan stepped into the spatial passage. However, his final words carried deeper meaning. Little Flame and the others understood. Though Xiao Yan said he was pleased, there was a trace of displeasure in his tone. "Big brother, I don't understand. Why did you refuse this reconciliation?" Little Flame asked in confusion. This was a perfect opportunity to befriend a figure like the Flame Emperor. Little Martin added, "Lin Dong must have his own reasons." At that moment, Lin Dong suddenly asked, "How is Huan Huan?" Little Martin replied, "Bing Huan, she still hasn't awakened. Over a decade ago, in the final battle against the Yimo clan in the lower plain, Ying Huan Huan burned her reincarnation to help Lin Dong advance to the ancestor realm. Later, in order to find her, Lin Dong came to the Great Thousand World. He confirmed that a fragment of her reincarnation had fallen within the Ice Spirit clan. Reborn as Bing Huan, the granddaughter of Elder Bing Kangqiong. A year ago, Lin Dong stormed the Ice Spirit clan to bring her back. Later, with the help of the Ice Spirit clan, he used 6 billion Supreme Spiritual Liquid to activate a spiritual guiding formation and recover 2 reincarnation fragments. However, unexpectedly, Bing Huan fell into a deep slumber. According to the first elder of the Ice Spirit clan, she should have awakened after 1 year. But now that a year had passed, she still had not awakened. Damn it! Lin Dong clenched his fists and cursed under his breath. Little Flame comforted him. "Big brother, don't worry. Sister-in-law has already gone to the Danling continent to visit the Dan Shen clan. With their capabilities, they will surely find a way to awaken Bing Huan. Become a member and watch the next episode before it drops. Thank you.